Okay, time to roll up the canadles. So what you want to do is, they've been sitting 20 minutes. Just wet your hands well. Reach in and grab enough to make about a baseball size canadle or ball. Pack it well. You want to make sure you get it as round as you can, as uniform as you can, because that way once you drop them into boiling water, they'll be able to, as they bob around in there, they'll be able to turn around on you. So that's kind of all you do. Just make sure your hands are good and wet. You want to get them sealed on the outside. Here's, close up one, see how everything's pretty well sealed. See how it's wet. I'm just going to show you one. And what I like to do is I roll them out ahead of time. That way, I want to get 6 out of this. So if I get like 5 and then I get a small one, I'll just rob a little bit out of each to get my 6. So we're going to cut out here, and then I'll be back when I'm done rolling them up, and it's time to drop them in the water so you can see what they should look like while they're bobbing, if they bob in the water. The canadles have been rolled up. I got 6 out of this batch. So what you want to do is, if they sit for a while, if you make them up ahead of time and they sit in the fridge, you make them up in the afternoon, whatever. Well, if they sit, you're going to end up getting a flat spot on them. What you want to do is you want to get that flat spot out of there. If you don't, when you put them in the water, you want to float flat side up, and they won't roll around and cook evenly. So if they sit for a while, take them and re-roll them, repack them, get them as uniform as you can. Again, here's a nice close-up of one. See how the outside's sealed? What you do next is, and this is the moment of truth, if they bob, stay at the top, you've done good. There you go. Show you one more. Now here's an area that's kind of a little open. You want to kind of seal that up. Wet that good. You want to get it as round as you can. So when you drop them in that water, you see how that's floating in there? If they float, you've done good. They sink to the bottom, they're too wet. They come apart, not so good. Made them too dry. Okay, I'm just going to drop one more in. There you go. They're bobbing. That's what you want. I'll re-roll these, repack these, put them back in, and I'll see when it's time to pull them out so you can see what they look like when they're done. See you in a short while. See you in 20 minutes. It takes 18 to 20 minutes to boil these. See you in about 20 minutes. Okay, I forgot to mention that you want your water at a medium boil, and what you want to do is every couple of minutes you want to take these things and take a slotted spoon and just kind of roll them around. Sometimes as they're bobbing around, sometimes they'll flip around. Most times they don't. So what you need to do is just turn them around, kind of turn them upside down if you can. That way you get some. That way they cook evenly. Now these have been in just about 5 minutes, nothing come apart, and you can see how they're floating on top of the water. That's what you want. That's a nice batch of canadles right there. That'll come out good. See when it's time to pull them off, so you can see what they look like in the middle. I'll cut them up and show you how they look when they're done cooking. Okay, it's been 20 minutes, well, a good 20 minutes, maybe even 25 minutes. If you go a little over with the time, it really doesn't matter. I'm going to pull one of these out and show you what they look like. Turn the burner off. At the beginning of the video, I showed you that they're dry in the center. Look at that. So you can see the bread. Well, you wouldn't think that. They just come out of boiling water. But that's how they look. There's one at the bottom. See, even though it's wet, You see? They're not waterlogged or soaked. Okay, that was a good batch of canadles. Now what I'm going to do is show you how they're plated up, how they're served. And this is how canadles are served up. Now when my grandmother showed me how to make these, she made me promise one thing. If I ever make canadles for anybody for the first time, that you always serve them with gravy. So here you go, Nana. Canadles served with gravy. And that's how this is how canadles were served in our family.